Welcome to the kingdom. I'm Chris, and this is Good Enough Gaming. Alright, so we got John in the house today, and we are playing a game of Blood and Valor, World War I theme. So, John's going to be running the show here. Here's our board, but I will let him explain what exactly is going on. So take it away.
Yep. Alright, so we're doing a narrative scenario disabled tank. With the disabled tank, essentially there is a disabled tank in the middle of the board.
So it's not just a clever name.
Yep. The French, the defenders, their goal is to get the tank back on their side of the board. The German, the attackers, their goal is to destroy the tank, or at least.
And the French side is the one back here.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So the Germans
it was going towards the
here.
Germans, and the engine bailed out or something.
All right, let's go over the units. It's Germans versus French. So where do you want to start?
Yes. So the man in chief is a Hauptmann, captain equivalent. You can tell he's important because he has a dude carrying his helmet for him, and the dude carrying the rifle of the dude carrying the helmet for him.
It's good to be the king.
Yep. And then you got two identical squads of just German riflemen with hand grenades and a light machine gun in each team.
All right.
A single flamethrower team, that'll be the key to taking out the tank.
Flamethrower.
And then a 5-man stormtrooper team, all submachine guns and all ready to run in there and sling bullets.
Stormtroop.
Yep.
Troop the storm. You didn't paint their helmets that stormtrooper camo.
That's for someone who has more patience than me.
Oh, okay. Well, cheers. All right, let's take a look at what the French are bringing. All right, and here we have Les Français. Looks like they got a little more hardware.
A little bit. So they only have a lieutenant. The lieutenant is not as experienced as the captain, as evidenced by the fact that he is wearing his helmet. He doesn't realize that in order to survive, you have to not wear a helmet.
If I can figure that one out quick.
2 8-man squads of riflemen, just with the light machine gun.
Okay.
A 4-man inexperienced team. Again, you can tell they're inexperienced because they aren't walking in the dirt.
They don't have mud on their shoes. Perfect.
Yep.
It's narrative. Okay.
4 Harlem Hellfighters to put some spine in the
I
force.
remember those from last time I played this. I don't like those. When they get in close combat, they're pretty brutal, if I recall. You got to keep them.
They are very
at
good.
shooting
Yep.
distance.
And then a heavy machine gun team.
Heavy machine
to lay
gun.
down some fire and keep the Germans pinned.
Alrighty, so they've got to try and guard this tank while it's repaired and heading back. Alrighty, we'll get the... Oh, actually, no, we don't deploy. You said they start off the board.
Yeah, so the mission starts with everything off the table. On turn 1, the units will run in and go from there.
So we're going to show how the activation works at the start, just to get an idea of what's happening behind the scenes. But every single army has a set number of points determined by what units are in there. So the captain, you said, gives 2?
2, yes.
And then the big units each give 3, and the little ones each give 1. So that gives me a certain number of points per battle round or per entire turn. And then I get these little chips that have markers 1 through 6 on them. And what I do each round is I pick one of them, and it's almost like a bid. How many of those command points do I want to spend to go first? So if I really want to go first, I could throw in the 6. And then John, he has done the same, and you can see his little dot way over there. And so we're literally bidding to see who goes first. But once you use one of these chips, you can't use it again until...
No, you can use it again, but you bid per unit.
You bid per unit.
So it's your unit would go first if you bid higher, but then yet those 10 points have to last you through the entire battle round.
Right. So you could spend all 6 to go first, and then for the rest of the round, you're going to be kind of scrambling a little bit. So what we'll do each turn is we'll just say who won the bid for each activation, because you do this for every single unit. So this is skirmish, technically a skirmish game, but just with units rather than with things. Okay, so first round, I bid 2. You bid 1, so the Germans are going to go first. All right, so here's a summary, because the first turn was just a whole bunch of moving. So what happened was each of the German units basically full advance. They each get 2 activations. Everyone used it to move forward. So this squad here moved up and are sloshing through the swamp. These ones here have moved up to take cover behind the wall. The officer, on his activation, can give units around 2. Is it 2 units or everyone?
For captains, it's 2.
For Cap, 2 units around him a free move. So this first unit up here was actually behind the wall, and then the captain gave him an extra order so they were able to leap forward. And we have the stormtroopers back here. The French have done likewise.
And just correcting for what happened off screen, I always forget this. I have a lieutenant. He only has 1 extra action, so I did not push this guy forward. But I did. Okay. I did have them jump.
But they jumped up there.
Yes.
So we got everybody out. He did take a couple pot shots, but no
hits.
No hits there. Because we'll just go over. So when you shoot, it's unlimited range. The guns can shoot
almost everything. Submachine guns, flamethrowers, and pistols.
But what they do then to counter that is, you said it's after the first 6 inches, it's -1 to hit for every 6 inches, plus cover, plus if the unit moved,
etc. Until you hit 10.
And then that's the max.
A natural 10 will always hit, regardless of how many penalties stack. But yeah, so they're 2 long bomb shots in the back just to let the Germans know that they were there.
Yeah. So not a whole lot of excitement this first turn. The tank managed to repair itself and is turned around, and now it's going to slowly trundle. That's a good word. I like that word. We're going to trundle. And I've got to somehow get up there and stop it while they're trying to stop me. I think you have the easier job here.
Yeah, well, he's going to have to do some move, pivot.
So first turn kind of uneventful, and we just did a whole summary. As we move on to the other turns, we'll show some dice rolling when we actually start doing stuff. All right, onward to turn 2. All right, so I won the first bid, and I had this unit leap over the barrels there. They're going to try and put some suppressing fire on that forward unit. So the moving, all the penalties, so on and so forth, I need 9s. So it's unlikely, but it's fitting that the German need 9. So here we go.
Not a 1.
That's negative Ghost
Very
Rider.
consistent though. Lots of 4s and 6s.
Why, thank you. I try and be so. So they just moved up and did absolutely nothing. Fantastic. And we'll see how the French respond. So summary of the last few turns. What did you do over here?
The lieutenant now legally moved up the heavy machine gun team, then just darted over here to not be in the line of fire.
You can't see through units?
You can, but he's gonna just.
But would it still count as additional cover?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of sort of.
So
Well, cover only stacks once. But,
oh, I see.
But a gentleman won't shoot 3 units.
Monsieur, I invite you to shoot first.
Yeah. Then the inexperienced team is screaming Elan, and charging because they don't know any better.
They're Tesla fans? Okay. All right. So we'll see what happens there. So then over here, these guys have decided they're quite comfy in the swamp. So they're going to use their first action to take aim, and they're going to try and put some fire on that unit. So once again, needing 9s on 11. And once... Oh,
1 hit.
I got 1. 1 singular cessation.
All right, so their shoot save is a 6. Because they're behind a stone wall, goes to a 5 up. They are good. But because they got hit, they got a rolling morale test. The 2 is going to fail.
Really?
Yeah, so morale's 6 base. If they're near the officer, it goes to a 5 up. When they fail it, they take fatigue, so we might as well introduce this.
Okay.
What fatigue does is the first point of fatigue does nothing. It's not a problem. Once you get to 2 or more, you start losing an action. That's what the -1 is for. So anytime you activate, you have 1 less action to work with. And once you get to 3, you become shaken, which means all you can do is fall back and rally. And anytime you take further fatigue, you just keep falling back until you are rallied.
I see. So one of your actions then is to... You can take an action to rally if you haven't been shaken yet, though.
Yes, you can, yeah. Just when you are shaken, all you can do is rally.
Okay. So, I mean...
So it's
I put a shot across the bow. It's a moral victory. All right. Yep. Let's see what happens next. Heavy machine gun. Opening fire on the swamp. Hitting on 9s?
Yes, 9s for range and cover, minus aim.
Look, what?
3 hits.
Yeah. Anything special with the fact that they're 10s?
Yeah,
Okay.
10s aren't.
All right, and then to save I need...
So normally it'd be 6s, but heavy machine guns fire more bullets and larger bullets, so you need 7s.
Of course I do. And that's why I don't get any.
Now you...
So that was a disaster. And one of the other mechanics in the game is every army is given 3 bullets. And 3 times per game you can bite the bullet and re-roll an entire dice roll. And so John's been informing you suffering that many casualties from 1 round of shooting could be really bad. So I'm going to bite the bullet, and we're going to try that again. And I saved 1.
Because
So after subtracting casualties, I took 3 wounds. Was
2
it? Oh,
wounds.
2 wounds and 1 because I got hit.
Yep.
I need 6s or better.
Yes. Okay, you passed 2, so you
Passed
only
2.
take 1 fatigue.
1 fatigue. So I'm kind of like your guys, where I'm gonna get it. So they've taken 2 casualties, but they're not cowering in fear. All right, I can live with that.
Take that.
We need to get things moving here. So the officer used his to move up to the center, so he's closer to all of his men. He used his bonus movement for the 2 units beside him to have the stormtroopers move up behind that fence, and then he gave the Flamethrower team a chance to move up to the wall, and I won the next bid, so the Flamethrowers have hopped over the wall, and they're going to see if they can heat things up a bit. So I roll 6 dice,
Yes.
needing 7.
7s, and every hit is an automatic fatigue.
1.
This would probably be worth it, because you only have 2 shots of Flamethrower.
See, now, we haven't seen this much in the other channels, but my dice rolling suck, and you're starting to see it here. The other games have done pretty well, but not this time. All right, biting the bullet. Come on.
That's a lot better.
That's a better. That's 3. Okay.
So he's now 3.
So that is... They have gone. And unfortunately, flamethrowers only have 2 ammo.
Yep.
So I get to do that one more time, but you'll probably shoot me before then.
Well, the tank won't, because he's shaking.
Tank wall, but I can see those guys have a clear shot down the road.
Yeah, but
Maybe I should have hopped in the... Well, I could
there's
have
kind
hopped
of a
outside the wall.
tank in the way.
Whatever. Point is, at least I got something.
Yep.
All right, we'll see where we go from here. Seeing the tank in danger, that unit of infantry have advanced into the forest, and they are danger close to this squad. A lot of dice hitting on
8s.
8s.
For 1 for move. Sorry, 1 for range and 1 for cover. It's just 1
2?
and 2.
That's not too bad. And, all right, what do I need to save again?
6s.
That's right.
Okay, you're good.
Nice!
But you got hit, so you got to roll
I did
1
get,
resolve
okay,
test.
1 resolve.
And because your officer's nearby, you want to take 5 or higher.
But that's a 1.
Take a fatigue.
All right, having won the roll-off, my stormtroopers are going to try and put a whole bunch of bullets into your new guys over there. But apparently they're much more deadlier at close range, kind of like dwarves. So I only get 5 shots, but hitting on 8s?
Yes.
Here we go.
That is 1.
Just 1.
Well, these guys are inexperienced. They don't know how to duck, so they only have a 7+ save.
But that's okay.
And the resolve is...
And that's okay, too.
Actually... Hold on.
We
Yep,
paused.
the resolve is good. They are good on the 6.
So all of that did nothing. Okay.
It's pistol caliber rounds at long range. They're plunking.
But there's a lot of pistol caliber rounds at long range. Okay. So what are we doing for...
Right, the Hellfighters.
The Hellfighters are gonna...
They're just gonna get behind these guys and yell at them to move faster. Hunker down.
Okay.
And do you want me to just keep going since you're out of units?
Yeah, I am. That's right, I am.
Alright, the tank's gonna try and rally. On 6s.
Got 1. Got 2 more.
Okay. So, bring it down to 1. That was him.
Okay.
This team is going to move up and shoot.
Are the guys in the swamp?
Yep.
Okay, we'll let you move and we'll come back when we roll. And no 9s.
10 shots. Nicht sehr gut.
You have to speak in French, sir. I can say nicht so good. You have to say or something like that. And anyone in France who's watching this, that's not meant as a slight. Anyone who plays tabletop games is good in my book.
I'm just gonna say darn.
Darn. What are you, British? Oh, drat.
Yep.
Okay, so that's
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 actually
it.
one more thing to drop. Artillery barrage by I do have that in my list.
You
for
get an
15
artillery
points.
barrage. Okay.
It's once per game.
And you're gonna do it now?
I'm gonna...
Because of my big bunched up unit over here?
So the way this works, I'm gonna roll a dice. On a 3+, it comes in where I want it to come in. On a 1 or a 2, it comes in where you want it to come in.
Oh, that'd be exciting.
And then, what we're gonna do is it's gonna affect everyone within 4 inches of the target.
Let's roll in the road here.
We're gonna aim for the officer.
All right.
So,
if ever I need you to roll low,
on a 3+, it comes in correctly. Hey!
Duh.
Now,
I believe.
Let me repeat. Darn.
Well, in that case, 4 inch. Well,
So 4-inch bubble. Because you're holding the camera, that includes the tank. If you target them.
Oh, it's of the whole unit,
whole
not just the
unit,
model.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll target them. We get that guy, that guy, that guy, that guy. Oh, I'm liking this. Now, I still have to roll to actually hit stuff, don't
Nope, I just rolled resolve tests.
Wow. Okay.
This is assuming enough shells are coming in that the units are being hit.
I don't even see. That's it. I just don't even have to roll dice. I'll just let you roll them.
So basically, 3 dice for resolve. If I roll 1s, models die in addition to taking fatigue.
Dang. So who's this for then?
This is for the inexperienced guys. They take 1 fatigue.
Could have been worse.
Could have been a lot worse. They are saved by the fact that they don't know that bullets hurt. The regular unit.
Elan will do that.
Take 1.
Take 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
So now they have 2, so they're going to be -1 action going forward.
Okay, and the Hellfighters.
Hellfighters. Now the Hellfighters have Devil Dog because they're Americans. So they get to re-roll failed resolve, which is good. Not as good, but yeah. They take 1.
Just 1. So that could have been a heck of a lot worse. But
Yes.
I got some...
Well, now we have the tank.
Oh, the tank.
Now, if the tank rolls 1s, it doesn't die. It just rolls on the crit table, which could kill it. Could take out the machine gun. Could do a lot of other things.
Nope. Whew. It just
But it takes 1
another
more.
fatigue. So you went through all that effort to rally just for your own shell to land on it and unrally you.
Yep.
I mean, that could have been worse. You could have obliterated half your guys, and instead they all just got a little scared.
Everyone took 1 point of fatigue. That's a lot, but it was spread out.
All right. Well, let's clean up, and we'll head to turn 3. So I spent an inordinate number of my command points to make sure my flamethrowers went first, because they get 1 more shot, and then I apparently remove them from the table. They're done. Yep. So we will try and barbecue that tank. And here's the funny thing. I can use my first action, as far as we're reading the rules, to aim. As if, a flamethrower is a precision instrument.
I mean, the tank's a small target.
I guess that's what it is. So these guys are going to bathe the tank in Imperial fire. And we'll see if we can do something. Otherwise, it's going to be a lot harder to knock this thing out.
And Rufus, if I'm wrong about aiming the flamethrower on the tank, let me know.
There you go, Rufus. You're the man. Let us know. All right, here we go. 6 dice aiming, so I'm hitting you on 6s this time. Okay.
4.
That's 4.
He is alive.
Oh.
1 more, and he is out.
Really? I came that close.
Once he's at 7, it's bailed.
It's almost like... It's almost tempting to use my last bullet just to crack, because that's my mission, isn't it? To blow those up.
But you have to re-roll your successes too.
Yeah, and I'm playing with fate that way. So we'll leave it. We have 1 more wound to strip off. We'll get it somehow. All right, guys, you did your job this time. Last turn you kind of messed it up, which is why you didn't quite finish here. But that's okay. We shall move forward.
He's gonna rally now.
Oh, come on. All right.
He took away 4, so he's back to 2.
So have I just lost my only chance to get this
you
now?
can get it in close combat. And you can just pour fire on it. But I also only have so many turns to get across the board. And we're on turn 3.
3.
And he hasn't moved from where he started yet.
Okay, well, let's see what the bidding gets to, and we shall go from here.
He is done for the turn.
So, I have some decisions to make here. So John activated his officer in the back. He moved him forward a bit, and then he popped his once per game, blow the whistle, over the top for king and country, vive la France.
There's no king in France.
They wish there was, So, anyways, the point is his whole army gets a free move action, and now I mean, if this were December 1914, this could be the truce. We could play a football game here right now. But unfortunately, we're just going to shoot each other in the face. So now I have to decide whether to go after the easy to kill but not so dangerous, or the difficult to kill but incredibly dangerous.
Or surrender.
You're the French.
That's gotta hurt.
That was hard.
It's World War II. That hasn't happened yet.
That's hard. That's true. That's true. But we're going to show you why that happened in World War II. All right, Germans are going here.
Yep.
Once I figure out what the heck they're going to do. All right, the German squad here is going to shoot their proverbial wad. So we can use the first action to shoot, then the second action to throw grenades prior to charging in.
The hand grenades is part of the shoot action.
It's part of the shoot action. So we're just going to unload everything we got and hope to take out at least one of his big squads here. So I got a big handful of dice here. Everything needs 7s. The whites are the grenades, but they still don't need 7s.
Okay, well, one grenade.
One grenade.
2, 3. So not a lot of hits,
Well, it's me. That's what we're talking about here.
but not terrible.
Yeah, well, we'll see how it goes. We'll save my last bullet for when I really need it.
I'm gonna roll your dice. So the black dice needs 6s. The white dice, because it's a hand grenade, needs a 9.
All right. A 9. Yeah, you
That's
didn't get
3
it.
dead. Probably not gonna do better than that. I'll keep that there.
You'll keep that?
Now they got to roll a resolve. They lost 3 men and got hit, so that's 4 dice. They are near the officer, so they need.
You said French. Oh, that's for the
That's on the rally.
Got it.
So
okay.
they just need 5s here.
Ooh.
They failed all 4. Okay. That I'm gonna reroll. And we're gonna
Bullet?
get rid of
Bitten?
that.
See, I told you not to roll my
bullet,
dice.
The bullet was bit. And much better. They only take 2.
Yeah, instead of all 4. Okay, well, I got my hopes up for a second, then I forgot you can reroll stuff too. So John's being kind of sneaky here.
I killed off my front rank, so you could not charge
It's
me.
a sound tactical move. I've done the same thing in other games.
Lost the light machine gun to do
I can no longer charge that unit, so instead we'll charge these guys and see what we can do against the greenies. So I get so many dice hitting on
6s.
6s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5. Oh boy.
5. Okay.
And they only have a 7-up save.
Oops.
Alright, so they're going to lose 3.
All right.
And okay, so this is bad. So there's only going to be 1 guy left. If the amount of fatigue ever doubles the number of guys left in the unit, they just run.
Oh,
so if I
only
fail,
got 1 guy.
Yeah, this isn't worth rerolling. If I fail a single one of these, he's dead. And he's out.
He failed,
So-
but he only failed 1, didn't he?
Yeah, but they already
Still.
had 1 fatigue. He
Right.
failed 2.
He failed 2. Okay.
'Cause
So
they're out of range of the officer. But
that'll teach you to go running up there like that.
now you're not stuck in combat, so I can shoot you.
Right, and I'm also standing right out in the open. But that's okay. We weakened 1 big unit, took out another unit, cleared the way, sort of.
Yup.
All right, we'll move on to the next bidding and we'll see what happens. Machine gun, down at the swamp. Take cover, men. What are we looking for?
9s because it's aiming.
1, 2, 3, 4?
Nope, 9s. Just 3.
3. Okay,
Yep.
you're right. I can count.
But these are going to be 7-ups to save because it's a machine gun.
Watch this.
Oh! Ooh,
I
nice.
got 1, so that's 1 guy dies.
And
then 2 resolve.
Take 1 more.
Take 1 more. 1 more fatigue and 1 guy dies.
Yes.
Okay, well, I mean, worse things could happen. So we'll take that guy out there. And then the fatigue goes up to 2. But now I am down 1 action. That's sad. All right, German officer is ordering that unit to charge forward, after which he'll have the stormtroopers move in and support, and then he's not quite sure what he'll do. But for now, this is our chance to try and wipe out that unit. Yeah, they'll probably get countercharged by the Hellfighters, but 2 units for 1, or yeah, we'll take that. So it's, how many guys are in there? 2, 4,
Still
6, 6, still 8. For now. Hitting on
6s again. 1, 2, 3, 4.
4.
They're getting tired.
He seems like a nice guy.
7s. Much better. Much better. I'll take 1.
You shouldn't roll that high.
Now 2 fatigue. They're good. Oh, okay. That's actually, that's fine.
Wow.
That would have been okay if they ran 2.
Let me just say that backwards. Wow. I was expecting a little more, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Do you get to hit back now?
No, they only get to activate on their action. So when I activate them, they'll punch you.
All right. Well, I'll move the rest of the stuff from the captain's orders, and then we'll come back. Okay. So the captain has ordered everyone to move. He's going to stay put behind that line of barrels, but put a few shots into the tank. Maybe you can get a lucky shot in a porthole or something like that. Nope. Not a chance. Well, I wasn't expecting it, so I'm not disappointed. Well, I made a bit of an error. I moved those guys up literally a fraction of an inch too far and put them within range for the Hellfighters to move forward, throw grenades, shoot guns, and otherwise be unsporting.
Yes.
So let's see what happens
White
here.
dice are rifles hitting on 6s. The gray dice are hand grenades hitting on 7s.
You're rolling the gray dice. And they did
I'm
okay.
gonna re-roll that because that was one total hit. That was awful. Try this again.
Makes sense. Let's try round 2. Whew.
Better.
A little better?
Much better.
Okay.
3 regular hits and 1 hand grenade.
So borrow one of those white dice. So the white dice needs to be a 9, and the other ones need to be 6s. That is not good. That's 3 dead guys. And then
you could bite your last bullet on this if you think it's worth it. That's over half the unit gone. Now the morale's going to be really good because the officer's right there, but that's also losing a lot of their combat.
That is, and they're an attack unit. So yeah, we'll do it. Last dice, last bullet bitten. Come on, I spent my last for you. Not any better.
That's actually worse.
In fact, actually worse.
Yeah, it's 4 guys gone. That makes up for the artillery barrage.
Okay. Well, gee, that was fun.
So you got.
I told you I hate this unit. I've only played this game twice, and in both games, that's exactly what they've done.
Yep. So you got 4 resolve dice.
Americans OP. I gotta say.
So you need 4s though because they are 5 based on the officers right there. He is still there.
Because I failed 1.
1 Hun standing alone against the French.
What can Huns do against such reckless hate? Yeah, so they
if
get
you
to go
charge
now.
me, I can defensive fire, or you could shoot me and throw hand grenades.
Yeah, we'll do that. That seems the only wise thing to do. So we'll shoot you and throw a hand grenade because there's just 1.
So you.
Okay, here we go.
It's all on. Okay, well
The grenade hit.
That's
That's
kind of the
it.
important one.
That's it. I'll let you roll your.
I'm gonna. Oh, hey, look. 9 up. Nope.
So I got 1.
Yes. And then 2 dice needing 5s.
Within
The
range
officers
of
nearby makes it 4s with devil dogs. They get to re-roll. If they fail, they're good.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Overpowered. That's what you are. Back to bidding. Right, the French slowly moving through the wood, continuing to put fire on this squad. They're kind of just, they're just bullet magnets at this point. But at least they're keeping you away from those other guys. Let's see what you got.
8s.
Ouch.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Ouch.
Wait. Yeah. Oof.
Okay. I can do it.
6s because they're not machine guns.
So it's only 2.
Yeah, it's 40. So and that means the last guy is doubled out without having to roll dice. So
He's gone no matter what.
because you only have 1 guy left and you already have 2 fatigue.
So it's gone. Whole squad is gone.
Yep. See, what you didn't realize is that the French army is powered by the loss of its martyrs. So the more French you kill, the worse your dice are.
Oh, I get it. Okay.
It's
Okay.
Captain Zach Brannigan's. We're just gonna throw bodies at them until they run out of bullets and shut down.
Well, it seems to be working. All I have left is the stormtrooper over there.
No, he's shot.
He's shot.
So you're.
I got nothing.
These guys got to go. And I'm
Double turn. What is this?
down,
Age of Sigmar?
down to bidding 0. So
I don't have any units.
they're just gonna punch you and hope they get really lucky. I need 6s. I had 2
You
hits.
get 2 of them.
Now you have 7s, but you're German, so you re-roll the fails.
Well, that's good because I failed them both.
Pass 1, fail.
And I passed 1, fail 1.
So
So
one man's
one's
gonna
dead,
die?
and then I need 2.
2 resolve for being hit. You hold.
Fail both of those, don't I?
Nope, you're within 80 of your officer. You only
So I
fail
only
1.
fail 1. But that will drop them now to 2 fatigue.
Yes.
And they lose a guy.
Yep.
Things are looking desperate here. You have heavy support back there that's doing just fine and dandy. Those guys are okay.
This is a little rough,
but yeah, I'm running out of stuff that can really deliver a punch. So I'll have to think of what's going to happen from here. So things are getting pretty desperate. John's been a good coach here since he's played a heck of a lot more of this than I have. So we're going to have the officer. He's going to activate, so he gets to give everyone or 2 units within 8 a free action. So he's going to order both of those to fight. The stormtrooper will shoot, and the unit in melee will continue to stab. And then he and his men are going to keep shooting, see if they can, give it a flat tire. Something. I don't know. We got to do something. All right. So let's do the officer and his men shooting first, needing 10.
So he is now within pistol range.
Right. So 3 shots, needing 10s. Two 9s. 9. All right. Then the stormtrooper, does he get 2 shots? Because I'm.
It is still 2. He doesn't have hand grenades, so and they're mostly in cover now, so it's 7s.
Now, see, could I trade? Because the other roll would have at least hit, and it still would have failed.
See how that stabbing should go better. You have 7 dice.
Should go. Should.
1, 2, 3.
3 hits.
That's pretty good. That's easily enough.
Unless you do that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Forgot to sharpen the bayonets that morning.
Yeah,
You passed the fatigue too.
Yeah.
So literally nothing happened. Literally, they sat there with thumbs rectally inserted. I mean, that's all I can say. They didn't do squat. And now you get to attack back, and this is going to be unpleasant to say the least. So what are you going to do?
Yeah, so the Hellfighters are going to go.
Charge in, beat the guy over the head with...
They're going this way.
Oh, they're going to
Because if I charge you, you can still shoot them on the way in and potentially kill some. My officer team can deal with him, hopefully. So I only have 3 dice with the Hellfighters. However, being close combat specialists, they re-roll...
So they're close combat. They re-roll this. They get to re-roll
and they
that.
blood curdling charge. So
Just out of curiosity, point-wise, what is one of their point cost in comparison to, say, my basic unit?
So they're 7 points model versus regular rifleman's 4.
Okay, so they're almost double. So they do a lot, but they cost twice.
They are the expensive level. So close combat guys are usually either 6 or 7 points. They're the slightly more expensive one. Your guys are 7 because they've got some machine guns, and if they start on the board, they get a free run at the start of the game, which helps them just jet forward.
I would definitely say they've earned their points back.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
see what we got.
Blood curdling charge means I hit on 5s on the charge.
Of course you do.
So
that's everything.
Or that.
7s?
7s, but
I get to reroll.
fails. So you pass 1 so far.
Pass 1 more. So that's 1
you
dead.
only lose 1 man.
And then melee on 2. Or not melee. Morale on 2. 1 more fatigue.
So that makes you shaken. So I'm doing this in front of the camera. I shouldn't do that. So at this point you're shaken. So you have to fall back 4 inches.
I don't have to do anything.
And my guys can
right now they move back 4 inches, or when they activate
automatically fall back 4.
They automatically
At this
fall back
point,
4.
anytime they take fatigue, they're going to keep falling back till they're no longer shaken.
Okay, and
And I choose either to break off or to stay stuck in with them.
Oh, you can follow in and just chase me.
And what I'm going to do is the Hellfighters are going to stay stuck in.
Makes sense.
And the rifle team is going to stay. So they're going to break off so they can try and do something on their turn.
Okay. Back to bidding. Yep. So we're not going to live through this, that's pretty clear. But the mission is just to stop the tank. I just need like 110 and I add more stuff to it and there's a chance that I can delay. That would be really weird. Technically, John could wipe out my entire army and yet still lose the game because if he can't get the tank to the end, then I guess reinforcements arrive on my side or something. But here we go. 2 dice. Needing a 10. Oop, that was out. Oh, there's 1. Oh, just 1. But you still save against it, right?
Resolve. He takes it.
Of course he does.
No, he takes it.
Oh.
That worked.
That worked?
He's now shaken.
Wow.
All right.
And are we back to
bidding?
Back to bidding. Well, I'm afraid the fate has more or less been sealed. John activated the tank, he rallied, and he cleared off everything. He rolled 2 10s and a 9. It was just absolutely insane. And then he popped his officer, was it?
They stepped to the side, tried to kill that stormtrooper and missed.
And missed.
The heavy machine gun tried to kill him and made him run away.
Missed, but it was just too much fire, and the stormtrooper, he ran away.
And then the officer ran up telling the Hellfighters to stab harder, and they stabbed really hard.
They stabbed super hard.
And chased those guys back behind the barricade.
So I've got 6 guys left, and very little chance of doing anything on that tank, because I would have to hit it again on a 10, and then you'd have to fail a, 6 up?
6 up. You'd have to hit it at least twice out to fail them to be down to only 1 action again.
So
barring that, it's whether or not it's going to break down before it gets to my table reach. Because we're on turn 5.
Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll play it a bit forward until it comes to the, and we'll just do summary. So we'll play it forward, and if we get to any game-changing moments, we'll record those, but otherwise this might be the way that things are at the end. We'll see. This is the Hail Mary. If this works, we can play a little more. If not, that's pretty much going to be the end of it. So the officer activated, gave them an order to rally, took them back down, but they're just going to get obliterated next. He hops over the wall here. He's going to take 1 shot at the tank, and then he can use his second free command point to have his unit shoot again. So I've got 6 chances to get 2 10s that you fail. Highly unlikely. Here's the first batch. Nothing. Here's the second batch. Nothing. So the only possible way I could fail now is if you book it. Because if you said if you move the tank twice, you have to roll for an engine failure.
Yeah, if you try to move more than once.
So let's pause, we'll do some math, and we'll see if we could just have you roll right now and see if it's ever a possibility. All right, hang on, everybody. Yeah, you can only ask fate to do so much for you. So we played it out without even bothering to do all this, because these would be all dead. We simply followed the tank's turns, rolling for moving twice, going over the wire, moving twice, and John didn't fail any of those. So the tank, unfortunately, made it out. These Germans are going to get obliterated. This guy's going to get demoted, if he's not dead.
I mean, he is running past his orderly's like, sir.
So yeah, this was not a good day for the German army, but I mean,
it looked like it was going to be great when this happened.
Yeah, I thought I had it there, but when you wiped out the stormtroopers, they never got to really do much.
Yeah.
So they were out, and then when these guys failed all of those saves in melee, that took them down too. So
yeah, because that's one of the dangers with stuff like fatigue is that unit still had 6 guys in it, but it was knocked out of the fight for enough turns that I can keep piling on them.
Yeah.
But the tank didn't get to move till turn 5, so it almost worked.
It almost worked. Delaying action
he
just
wouldn't have
about.
gotten off till turn 7, so with the dice with rolling it out, so it almost.
It was close, but not quite even a Pyrrhic victory. Mission failure. Everybody dead. Sad day for Camp Kikiki. All right, there it is, everybody. The French did pretty well. I don't know if the Germans did good enough, though.